Okay, I am at Alfa Romeo, and I'm going to be videoing and reviewing the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. And I gotta figure out how to turn this goddamn rotation lock off. Oh, I gotta turn. I don't know how to turn this stupid. Hey, fuck you, David Ross. Stop with the stupid comments before I block your ass again. So anyway, I don't know how to turn the rotation lock off. And I'm looking at this thing because I don't know how you see it. Maybe if somebody knows how to turn the rotation lock off, you could tell me. Because I'm trying to video this thing. I'm trying to video, like, sideways. And the last time I made a video, I had to actually, I guess I could do it like this. But no, that's portrait mode. You can't do it in portrait mode. I always say you got to hold your camera sideways. You hold your gun straight, but you turn your camera sideways. So, I don't know how you're seeing this, but I don't know how to turn the rotation lock off. So if somebody knows, you should tell me right now. So this way I can turn it off. Because I just don't know how to do it. Anybody know how to turn the rotation lock off? Like, it keeps, I'm looking at the screen and it says rotate device. I don't know how to turn this shit off. How do you do it? I don't know how to turn the rotation. All right, let me try something. I'm gonna try to turn it on. Portrait orientation lock on, portrait orientation lock off. I don't know. Oh, maybe this is, I don't know. Maybe this is good. Is this good? Tell me if this is okay. I need somebody to send me a comment and tell me whether or not you're seeing this thing sideways, because I don't want to accidentally be in portrait mode. So please, somebody just tell me a comment right now. You love your... Could you do me a favor? Tell me whether or not you're seeing the car sideways. I need you to tell me whether or not this thing is sideways or vertical. Portrait or landscape. Could somebody please tell me? Still sideways. Fuck. How about now? How about now? Is it... Can you see this full screen? Can you see this full screen? Like, is it... It's not... Alright, it's like this. Oh my God. What the fuck? Could somebody tell me how to turn the portrait lock off? Hold on. I'm gonna check the YouTube app on my Fuck. All right, it still says rotate device. I can't really tell right now. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna make the video in 4K anyway. Hey, what's going on?
You closed?
No, they don't open till like 10. What? No, well, yeah, they're almost open. No, they'll be open a little while. All right, can somebody tell me, how does it look now? If the thing is sideways, what I'll do is as soon as I get home, I'll automatically change the orientation, and I'll do that when I get home. Because this shit is, I'm trying to understand, why the fuck do they want me to, I'm not doing a video in portrait mode. I'm not doing it. They got to fix this. I think there's something wrong with the app. So anyway, I'm here to test drive the, the Quadrifoglio, because it's one of the few new cars that there are. You know, see, Fiat's like basically the only company making anything cool. And basically, I'm here to test drive the Quadrifoglio, and I'm going to test drive the fastest one that they have. And that's it. So basically, you know, I'll take a look at some of the stickers, so this way you can see how much the thing costs, and then I'll look at the car. But I can is everybody, can you see this live? Is everything okay? Is it okay? Like, is it, I don't know. If it's still sideways, I'll just rotate it later, but I have to get to my desktop computer. So anyway, these are the Giulias. And this thing is kind of small. It looks like it's about the size of it looks like it's about the same size as a 200. It's not a big car. It's not a big car. It's not. I thought originally that these things were going to be like the same size as a Maserati, but these things aren't the same size as the Giulia. I mean, the Giulia is not the same size as the, what's it called? The Giulia is not the same size as the Ghibli. Do they have, oh, they have the factory sticker inside. Let's see. I know they have. They're gonna take me out in one, and they're gonna explain like the technology and everything. Basically, I've seen a lot of car reviewers comparing this car to the BMW M3, and Car and Driver just did a video. No, I mean they did a review because they don't really do videos, but they did a review where they said that this car was better than the C-Class 63 AMG, and they also said this car is better than the BMW 3, and they also said this car is better than the what is it called, the a couple of them. There was a couple of cars that they compared this to, but they said it was better than the BMW for the money, and they also said it was better than the C-Class AMG for the money. You know, so they can say that all they want, but you know, seeing's believing. So I have to see what the interiors look like. All these, yeah, they're all. This one has like a tan interior. They don't believe in putting the stickers on the doors, I see. So it makes it harder for you to get like to the car. And there's another guy here who came early to check on a Fiat. Well, listen, if you give up, that's fine. But my problem is I don't want to make this video. I don't want to make this video. What is it? I don't want to make it in portrait mode because then it's harder to turn. So I can always rotate it later. No, it's not the camera. It's not the camera. It's the orientation lock. They said. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know how to turn does anybody know how to turn the orientation lock off? Maybe if you tell me how to fucking turn off the orientation lock, maybe I could just turn off the goddamn orientation lock. How do you turn off the orientation lock in a YouTube live video? I don't know how to do it. There's like not enough settings or something, and it's like there's no way to do it. I don't see any buttons for it. I see all these other stupid buttons about turning the FaceTime camera around, but I don't see one for what is it called? I don't see one for orientation lock. Yeah, I have an iPhone 7 Plus. I don't ever use Android phones because they suck, and the Samsung ones explode in your pocket and burn your face. Yeah, could somebody just tell me how to turn off the orientation lock? Or how to turn it on, or whatever. Okay, this one's locked. Yeah, so basically they got all these little ass cars. No, Droid Life, that's bullshit. Droids suck. Verizon used to try to push those pieces of shit, and then even they gave up because they knew they sucked. And Droids suck. Samsung sucks. Those things will explode right in your pocket. Those things are dangerous. They don't even let you get on the plane if you have certain Samsungs. Which car are you looking at? The Quadrifoglio?
Do they have one here?
I think they do. I called the
500?
the 500. Yeah, something like that.
I don't think they have one in stock.
I don't know. I called the manager. Huh? White? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? No more paint options? Just white? This one looks special. Oh, this one's open. What kind is this? This is a Q4 Giulia. Let's go in this one. Okay, interior is basic Dodge Chrysler FCA. I mean, you look in this thing, and I don't know how. Oh, okay, I zoomed out. Sorry. All right. Swipe up and check orientation lock. Okay, let me try that. See, if I turn it this way, you can't see it. I don't know if you can see a full screen. Do you see a full screen when I turn it this way? Is it full screen? See, if you turn it like this, it goes. See, YouTube Live, the YouTube app and orientation lock don't work together. The orientation lock on the phone is not affected. Oh my God. Fuck it. You know what? I'll just do it like this. I'll just do it just like this, okay? So I guess you're just gonna have to see it sideways. So anyway, you look in this car. This thing is exactly like the, looks like a Chrysler 200, honestly. Alfa Romeo. Looks exactly like a Chrysler 200. Yeah, well, you're saying the view is better this way, and I'm trying to tell you that I hate doing these portrait videos. Don't you hate it when there's like a police shooting or something happens in the news and the only video you got is some asshole who recorded the shit sideways? Don't you hate that? I hate that. Okay, so I got in. So this is the inside of the Giulia. Oh, so when you hit the lock button, they try to use Audi controls. They like Audi little lights, the little LED lights. So when you push lock, it locks. That's pretty cool. There's not really much in here. The materials are nice. I mean, it's a lot like looks like Maserati materials. Let me see, how do you open this thing? Oh, you just pull it. It's the same exact stuff that you'd find in a Chrysler product. USB auxiliary port, 12 volt DC. You know. Okay, so there's a USB port right here, but there's no cupboard. That's kind of odd. There's no cup. There's no, like, you can put cups here, but there's no closing thing like in, like, you know, Chrysler 300 or the Dodge. Okay, let's see, how much are they? Well, let's see. It starts at $39,995, and you get front airbags, supplemental side curtain, front. Okay, you get all the basic stuff right here. Let's see the options. $600 for black paint, $700 for heated front seats. You know, I hate it when heated front seats and cooled front seats are not standard. As far as I'm concerned, every car should have heated and ventilated or cooled seats, standard. You know, they really should make that standard. But they did the same shit with the Ghibli. Then they got the sport interior package, which I guess is this redness. This is the sport interior package, I suppose. And I see this, the trim here, like what you get in, you know, Charger or Hellcat or whatever. And now, you said, in my opinion, is the car worth it? I haven't driven this car just yet, so when I drive it a little bit later in this video, I'm gonna make a separate video in 4K where I know I won't have an orientation lock problem. So, you know, after I drive it, I'll be able to tell whether it's worth it. But all of these car reviewers are saying that this car is fantastic and this, that, and other. It is smaller than the. It feels a little smaller inside than the Ghibli does. But basically, oh look, somebody's Maserati Quattroporte is getting shipped away. Oh, the cops are right. The ambulance is rushing somewhere. Oh shit, and the cops too. Okay, well, as for the Demon, I don't think I'm going to buy a purpose-built drag strip car. I don't think I need that. I need a daily driver that I can drive all year round. If the Demon had all-wheel drive, which it doesn't, then I'd consider it. Okay, so let's see. Sport appearance package is $1,250. $500 for the Sirius XM radio. $995 destination charge, and the total on this car is $44,640. You know, 26 miles per gallon, 23 city, 31 highway. And what kind of engine is this? This is a 2-liter, 280 horsepower. This car right here is the base model. Now, the Quadrifoglio costs over $70,000, I think. This is the base model. These are like the, 8-speed automatic transmission, all-wheel drive. So basically, let's think about this car. If you bought, say, a Chrysler 200 with all-wheel drive and all of the stuff in it would be about less than $32,000 or $33,000, somewhere less, even if you had it fully loaded with all the best options. This car right here is about $7,000 or $8,000 more. So this car right here comes with basically the same stuff that, you know, Chrysler cars have. And I noticed this one doesn't have a power steering wheel telescope. But let's see. I don't think there's no engine. Oh, the battery's probably dead. Oh, okay, no key fob. Yeah, I'll get the key later. When everybody gets available. So you got the radio buttons here. and these are the cruise control cruise control setup start button here instead of over here. And I think Maserati would have been better off if they had put the start button just like this. This is a nice steering wheel right here. This is actually a pretty nice steering wheel. And then you have your automatic buttons for your lights. So if you want it to be automatic, you just leave it at automatic right there. This is the auto start on and off. Some people hate the auto starts, and they don't like auto starts because it's annoying to them. So I can understand that. And then they have this nice new panel right here that hides the fact that the technology is the regular Uconnect radio, but it's a little upgraded. But this is actually nice because this panel right here, it seems like an all-glass panel. And that panel actually hides that radio back there. You don't really see it. It looks like it's a regular wall, basically. That's kind of nice. And there's the Giulia stuff. Okay, so basically that's really it. I mean, there's not a lot there's really nothing like in this car that, you know, you really talk about. This doesn't even have the moonroof. This has, what is it? Lights. You know, it's got lights here. It looks like it's a nice car. You know, it looks like it's a nice car if you just want something different. This is just a car for... See, and that's one thing I always felt about the Alfa Romeos. First of all, the reason why the American car market right now is on fire is simply because most of these people can't afford to buy houses. So what ultimately happens is, because they can't take out these 30,000... these 30-year fixed mortgages, you've got so much, you know, money left over on the table. So a lot of people can't really buy houses. So what happens? They end up renting, or they end up getting an apartment. They end up living in their parents' basement. So what ultimately ends up happening is they got all this extra money in their pockets so that they can go out and they can buy sports cars and shit. You know, if you really think about it, there's so much overlap and there's so much competition that Alfa Romeo shouldn't be able to sell in America. Fiat shouldn't be able to sell in America. There's just so much competition. Mercedes, BMW, Audi, you know, there's like so many different types of competition. But there's so much money left over that they are able to compete here where they'd have a hard time competing in most other countries. You know, because there's just, at the end of the day, there's a lot of money left on the table because a lot of people can't buy into a house. You know, so the car market is on fire. And, you know, I was, you know, listening to a lot of the economic outlooks, and they're talking about even the car market's having problems because there's so many of these Generation Zs and Generation Ys who can't even afford to buy a car because student loans are kicking their ass. That's why I was saying, I was like, yeah, if you guys want to buy something like a Dodge Demon or a Trackhawk or something like that, you're talking about a loan that's $1,000 a month, a Hellcat, a Demon, a Trackhawk, whatever. So what you got to remember is, if you wanted to buy property, or if you think you want to buy property in a couple of years, like 3 or 4 years, you can't simply buy one of these cars and have this thing on your debt sheet, because, you know, what is it called? That law that they passed. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. That law that they passed makes it so that your debt to income ratio can't be higher than 43%. I think it's Dodd-Frank or something. You can't have a debt to income ratio higher than 43%. So if your debt to income ratio is higher than 43%, oh, they got a German control knob here. If your debt to income ratio is higher than 43%, it's very difficult to take out a loan, a 30-year fixed mortgage right now. It's very, very difficult. Oh, so they have a auto drive. Like, they'll explain what all this stuff is, because I honestly don't know. Oh, and this is for the radio, so you don't have to reach up. That's nice. Nice little turn knob. So, you know, it's very nice and everything. I mean, this is a nice... I think a woman might appreciate a car like this. You know, it's a nice little car. You know, the seat surfaces are pretty easy to keep clean. It's like the same seat surfaces that you've experienced already in any FCA product. It's a very good-looking vehicle. Looks good. Yep. Yeah, so Yeah, it's got like a nice little horn there. But that's basically it for right now. I'm just waiting for these guys to get here. So once they get here, and you see this is the door. You got this big speaker grills on the door. One of the things about putting these speakers in these doors is that you got to be very, very, very careful when you get out of the car, because it's so easy to kick these things and damage them. And yeah, you're right. These do look like SRT seats because all of this stuff is made by Chrysler FCA. There's really, like, I'm looking at the equipment, with the exception of the layout and the design, like the steering wheel, with the exception of some of the layout and design elements, this is the same parts that you'd find in, say, a Chrysler 200, a Charger. A lot of the parts are familiar. Like, I mean, the cut, the fit, and the finish is nicer. But, a lot of the parts are very similar because they're all shared. Now, one thing I did notice, the trunk button. Look where the trunk button is. That's where the trunk button is. Why would you put the trunk button that far down? Look at this. Look at where this is. Like, this is the door, and they put the trunk button all the way down there. They could have put the trunk button like right here. Like right here. They could have put the trunk button next to the light button. But look where the trunk button is. Let's push that. Put the trunk button all the way on the floor. Wow, these things are tight. Very tight. Okay. And based upon the way I'm sitting, you couldn't even sit behind me. You couldn't sit behind me if you wanted to. That's how I sit in this thing. It's a small car. It's not a big car. Not a very big car. So when you talk about putting a lot of power in one of these cars, because it's so small, that lets you know it's going to be fast. Okay, so they're finally getting here. I guess it's about almost time. Well, that's good. So I'm going to get ready to make a 4K video. See what else say. 4 people who are 5'6" could easily ride in it. Yeah, but I'm taller than 5'6", so yeah. 4 people who are 5'6" wouldn't probably have too much of a problem. Oh, so this is a Giulia all-wheel drive, red interior. Look at all these little cars, these little baby cars. These cars actually make a lot of sense if they were all electric. From what I remember from last year's car show, the Quadrifoglio has like that 4-leaf clover on it. What I might do, if I have enough time, I might actually drive the Giulia and the Quadrifoglio if I have enough time. This is 4C, I think. Oh, and it's got the Abarth badge. Please drive a quad. What do you mean the quad? What is a quad? It says you could buy this for $13,995. Yeah, I understand you want me to put the phone in landscape mode. The problem is there's like an orientation lock, and I don't know how to turn that shit off. And nobody told me how to turn it off, so I guess nobody knows. I haven't had that problem before in the past, recording live and still turning the phone sideways. So that's the only reason why I'm holding it like this. It's really annoying. Hey, look, a Charger. I think that's the SRT. Yeah, they're about to open up soon. This is a Spider 124. Yeah, I'm gonna drive the Giulia and the Quadrifoglio today. Maybe I'll do the Giulia first, make a video of that one first. I don't know. As for the side flare, I'm going to have it fixed, and I don't think it's going to cost me anything. But one thing you got to remember, it's like I'm trading that truck back to the same dealer for the Trackhawk when the time comes. So it doesn't look too bad. It's just that the ice that wedged open that side, the ice caused the side of the truck to start to buckle inwards. Now, a dent like that is not a big deal. It can be forced open, so that's not really a big deal. But, you know, that's just what happened. It's a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. Oh, so that's the 4C right there. And then this is probably the Quadrifoglio. I think it is. No, that's the 4C. So these are the regular ones. All right, I'm gonna get ready to make a 4K video, so I'm gonna stop this one.